Alright, and we're back. So, let's go ahead. Let's flip the switch. And see, that's why it's all colorful, people. Because there's no reason why in a bland colorscape you would have something be very different colored and not have a meaning. Oh, really? I took fall damage from that? I mean, it wasn't a lot, but still. And we got a page waiting for us. Let's go ahead. We got a revolver, although we already had a revolver, and we're maxed out on ammo like before, so we don't have to worry about. Damn it, that helped me 0. Yeah, we just gotta quickly... Before, I used to be very methodical when I played, but I think just with the way my luck has been running, I don't really get that luxury. I just have to quickly pick off people one by one. Alright. Yeah, get out of here. See? Boom. Now that we are a bit more focused in what we're doing. Oh, shit. That was painful. What? I definitely dodged out of the way of that. Oh, God. You can kind of cheese these, where if you go ahead and get yourself in between something, it'll save your life, which I may need to rely on more as time goes on, but I'm not going to try absolutely cheese the shit out of the game, even though maybe I should, because I have been dying a fair amount, but I never claimed to be good at video games. Hero trash, get out of here. Are you kidding me? He ate up 2 bullets. I mean, if I was really that desperate, I could run all the way back. But no, just kidding. I can't run back and reload, which is fine. I'm not going to be that entirely desperate. It's only like 2 bullets I really wasted in the grand scheme of things. It sounds like a wild hog. I don't even know if I would be able to... Oops. Actually, let's see. No, we can't, so it doesn't matter. Because I was going to say maybe I should try getting rid of it first, but if I can't reach it, I can't reach it, you know? Let's see. Oh, we have to go in there with it? Can we cheese it from up here? No. Guessing they did that intentionally. Cool. I don't remember doing that a lot when I was originally playing, so there we go. Yeah, batteries, it's very difficult to run out of once you know what you're doing, so I wish that, you know, I can get something else inside of batteries. The tornado. Let's see. So we need to get down here. I think that's why I was calling the Wakemobile. This. Yeah, this is what I used to call the Wakemobile because, I don't know, maybe it's the color scheme, maybe it's just like the size, the aesthetic. I don't really know, but I see Alan driving something like this in his day-to-day. And you know we're clearing these people out before we continue on, because I'm not dying to them. Need a decent number on my vehicle. On the Wakemobile, which I am not a fan of. I don't think there's a way of drifting in this game. I don't think the driving is that capable. And I know that we are going to want to be a little smart. Shit. Nope. Wrong way. Well, this should be fine enough. If I died this, like, 2-second walk, I deserve to die. Right? Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's turn off the power over here. Yeehaw. Flare gun ammo and a flare gun. Oh, beautiful. B-E-A-beautiful. Alright, then from there we just go ahead and we drive straight back. This shows us we're in trouble, but just kidding, because we already took care of a lot of the, I almost wanted to call them infected. And this was a problem, I remember, where if you're not careful, they will just straight up kill you very quickly. Did I lose? I did. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to dodge and run. Dodge and run and run and dodge, and we're going to get out of here real quick like that. And see, they're not smart enough to go ahead and be able to just, you know, simply climb up. And because I don't want to die and waste more time, we're just going to ignore them. We hear some thumping outside, so they're still actively trying to get us, but we're not worried because we got the power of the flashlight and the rage. Are you a big boy? Yes, you are. So good thing I pulled out the gun. Oh, you wanted to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so, bud. Get out of here. Okay. Come on. Come on, tough guy. Oh, shit. I thought I got you. Now that's a waste of ammo. There we go. There we go. Sure, wasted some bullets, but I think there's actually some bullets around here for just such a mess up. I mean, not enough, but, you know, it gets the job done. And we got some more revolver bullets. Alright, so since we're fully loaded on the revolver, that's going to be our weapon of choice. Let me see. I remember being... Was it in this area I was also stuck in because I just didn't figure out what the game was trying to get me to do? So we're going to go ahead and just... There we go. I probably could have blown up one of those, but seeing... Trust no one in the dark. Fair enough. I mean, I don't trust a lot of people to begin with, so... But I don't know if this would have actually killed them, because you've been seeing how bad my luck has been with actually being able to hit these barrels, so... I'm not gonna chance it none. We got another red low chair, which we are, Alan doesn't want to sit. That's fair. He's anxious, he's nervous. Alright, and then follow the light. As Joshua Tomar once said. Alright. Oh, I thought this jumped, but way shorter. So, that's a good sign. I think we're supposed to get over there by cutting through. What? Don't you do that to me. Batteries. Oh yeah, we gotta flip the switch. We're just gonna have to... I'm not gonna say it's a bad sprint, but... If anything, it's not much of a sprint at all, which is fine, because we don't want to sprint right now. And you know what? I don't think there's anything over here. But we're gonna check just in case, and... Nope. Just in case is not here today. We got nothing. And that should be getting ready to be destroyed in a few seconds. Come on. Asphalt. Let's see. Cappy, load limit. See, I'm not a train guy, so maybe Cappy and load limit are actually something, but I'm not going to pretend like I know. I'm not here to gaslight people. I do that on my personal time, not on... I mean, this is my personal time. When I quote-unquote gaslight, it's very obvious that I'm joking, and people who fall for it are oblivious or just... I mean, usually it's oblivious. Because not paying attention is, in a sense, oblivious. Alright, let's see... You really didn't want to fear the light, did you? Well, maybe you should have. Alright, come on, buddy. I'm ready for you. Boom. See, why does it keep switching from over the left to over the right? I like it over the right shoulder. It just feels more natural for me. That guy's got a bit of an arm, huh? Are you dumb enough? No. See, I was hoping that he'd be... Because I know there's some games where AI is dumb enough where they see you partially over, like, a ledge, and instead of, like, doing what this NPC did where he, like, walked around it, they just kind of stand there, or they keep, like, running at it. Because what's actually happening is it's trying to calculate the shortest distance to you. So it thinks, oh, just go straight. That's the shortest distance to the player. However, it's not accounting for the fact that it physically can't reach the player that way. So, and that's why if you then end up moving around, it may end up being able to get you. See? I'll bring a little bit of game stuff up here and there when I think the situation calls for it. I think that's how I'm going to handle it. Because otherwise, it's either A, just like really trying hard to pull for stuff, or being boring, or, you know, there's a whole mess of stuff that can come out of. There we go, point blanked him. Well, like point planked. Because we were planking on that fool. Remember when that was like a trend like 15 years ago where people would just like plank and... what's the other one? Where you just kind of like... Not T-posing. You just kind of like laid on stuff that wasn't like really meant to be laid on. I don't know. It was stupid though. I didn't really do it. I didn't watch people do it. I'm like... Even as a kid, I was never really like a... I don't know, trendy person, I guess. Like I never really... followed a lot of that stuff. I would just like watch people. I'm like, wow, like you're stupid. Like I'm trying to think of popular things from my childhood that no, I'm not a hipster. I was more interested in Star Wars and Legos and video games and comic books. So things like Vine and TikTok and all that stuff, I never really cared about. I was just kind of like, this is you're all cringe because, I mean, look at them. Oh. You know, sometimes I love it when games give you this like, a little bit of leniency, because otherwise you get stuck. And then that is such a pain in the ass to get out of. We got bats. And I'm guessing, yep, it's telling us to go in here. Yes. I know there's only like 5 different... Oh, we actually got like how many? We have 8 flashbangs. So we're just going to try and wrap them up real quick and... Defeat in 50 taken with the way Shakespeare intended. Let's go. Shout out to Shakespeare. He was the Pilates instructor, right? That's what made him famous. He invented Pilates, I think. That, or he was the guy that invented kebabs, like fish kebab, shish kebabs, not fish kebabs. Although there probably are fish kebabs, but that's what he did, right? Just kidding. I know he was a writer. I'm not that dumb. I may be a little stupid, but I'm not genuinely dumbass you. I'm not going to go too far this way. Just because I don't want to... Okay, so that's where we came from. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know our educational system has failed a lot of people. Arguably, I have been failed in certain aspects of it, but overall, I think I've made better of it. I feel like, compared to... Right. Like I was saying, people... I wouldn't say I'm the smartest person I know. Not even close. But I know that typically when new people meet me, I am seen as a bit of an intellectual, which I'm proud of. Because I think it's very easy to just... Or, I shouldn't say that. I think there's a certain aura of respect you gain when you can sound intelligent and sound like you know what you're talking about. Because then it's kind of embarrassing when you don't. Like, I'm not a grammar Nazi by any means. I have a friend that is a grammar Nazi. But sometimes it just kind of like makes me like look down on people, and I'm like, oh man, like that wasn't even close to like correct sentence structure or anything. And I'm not going to do it all the time here because, you know, then I'd have to constantly be like really think about everything I say, and I already overthink enough. I don't need to do it in a space where I'm supposed to be enjoying myself and I'm supposed to be relaxed. Ah, you bitch. And I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, cussing's not elegant. Both. But I don't do it to be eloquent. I don't do it to... I'm not like, oh man, look at me, I'm so cool because I can drop the F-bomb like 47 times in like a minute. Like, some things, like, shout out to Has Been Hotel, which is... That's like one of those things where I tried watching it and I just couldn't because of the fact that I was like trying way too hard to be like quote unquote cool and be like, oh yeah, we're like rough, we don't care, we're gonna like make sexual references and we're gonna like, you know, like drop a whole bunch of like F-bombs and shit. And it's like, it doesn't come off as, to me, it doesn't come off as entertaining. It comes off to me as like, wow, you are very desperate for attention. And you don't really understand certain things about people, but again, that's... People like it. Sure, they can like it. I mean, that's... I do judge. I'm not going to say I don't judge, because that would just be a bold-faced lie. But... yeah, it's one of those things where I don't get it. It doesn't appeal to me. I'm not the target audience, and that's fine. You don't always have to be the target audience, and I think this is something that's very important to a lot of people within bigger culture, like especially like SJWs, PC people. You have to realize you're not always the target demographic, and it's okay if things have a different belief than you and may say some offensive stuff. Like, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying go overboard with it. Like, there's some stuff that I've seen that either for laughs or not for laughs have made me somewhat uncomfortable. But even then, I don't go on my way to be a vocal minority and say, oh, this needs to change, this can't be this way, blah, 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 blah. Like, let me think of an example. Like, what was it, Boondock Saints? The cartoon or whatever that drops the N-word like all the time. Like, it was written by people who have the right to say that, and granted, I'm one of those people who's like, either everyone should be able to say a word or no one should be able to say a word. I really don't like the idea of select demographics can, but I understand where people are coming from when they believe that and say that. Like, it's part of your culture, or it's a negative word that you need to take back. Are you okay there, buddy? I'm just gonna light you up. So yeah, for me, like, that's not something I can ever watch and be like actively comfortable and be like, yeah, like, I'm glad I'm watching the show. But again, I'm not the target demographic for that, so I'm not gonna go on Twitter or X and be an absolute clown and complain how the show needs to be canceled and stuff. That's... If you have time to do that with your life, clearly you don't have enough important things going on. And you should worry about that more than just kind of like, oh, this thing said this, and I'm like, come on. Be an adult. Be a reasonable human being. You remember when, like, 50 years ago or so, like, you can beat the shit out of someone just because they talked poorly about your wife? Whoa. That was not how that was supposed to go. I mean, yeah, I think that's fine. I think we should be able, and I know this is going to be a controversial take, but when children misbehave, I believe that parents should be able to beat them. Not to a point where they're like a bloody pool and, you know, are going to be permanently damaged from it. But I mean, like, if you need to spank a child or you need to get a hold of them somehow, that's fine. I don't think kids really have the right to be talking back to parents. Like, there was the one infamous video, I think it was like CSGO playing in the background. I don't know if that was just the one I saw or whatever. Whoa. Where the kid is like talking about like, oh yeah, you're like a bad mother and like just like trying to be like a smart ass. It's like, no, I 100% like, especially because you've been telling this kid like, you need to behave, you need to stop, you're not allowed to be playing this video game right now. And yet some of the kid thinks they have the right. It's like, no, that's a situation where, like, if I heard the parent, like, smack the kid for being, like, disobedient and stuff, absolutely, all for it. And I know, again, hot take, but, you know, I think that's what really kind of went wrong with future generations, is the fact that you can talk shit up to a certain degree and not get punished for it. And we have people have screens to protect them so they can say whatever they want. And the worst that, there's also this, it's a two-sided problem, because there's either A, people say whatever they want, they don't get punished for it, or B, you cancel someone, which is also terrible. Great Peak Gorge, originally founded in 1928, the Great Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Brightfall Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners face on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there. A grim reminder to be careful for those who remain. Great Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. But yeah, there needs to be a line between no consequences versus ridiculous consequences. I think there is a line there that was there 20, 30, 40 years ago, and somehow we've lost. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap up my rambling right here. Next time, we're going to go ahead, we're going to dig through the Great Peak Gorge. I hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings. You know what? If you have different opinions, let's discuss it, because that's something a lot of people are afraid of nowadays, of discussing differences. And if you don't disagree with me, you're a horrible person, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. I think it's fine. As long as you're being adults about it and you're having a reasonable conversation, that's fine to have different opinions. So, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed my rambling. And I will go ahead and I will talk to you all next time.